Hey, good morning, or good afternoon, or I don't know, like they say, it's happy hour somewhere in the world. Depends on where you are. Anyhow, I'm down at the beach again, my favorite place, but you know what, I could be in the mountains, I could be by a lake. I just like the reduction of stress. And actually the water helps me with that, so that's kind of cool too. I was out, because I was down here this morning, there's like the most amazing pod of dolphins. It's like about 6 of them just hanging out in the water. Man, what a life, huh? Anyhow, so for the rest of us that have to deal with stress and issues, I want to tell you a little bit more about what I found out this week. I have a friend, Dr. Dennis Maness. Now you can Google him, Dr. Dennis Maness, M-A-N-E-S-S. He's a neuroscientist. Neurosurgeons, neuroscientists around the world know this guy. He's amazing. He changes people's lives. He's the type of guy that can't sleep. He works with you with that. If you have autism, he works with you with like that. Working with central nervous system, if you have a stroke, he's had people literally come back to life, so to speak. I'm not going to go into the details about how amazing this man is, but what I found out was this, is that, do you know that there's synaptic gaps, and there's neurons, and there's neural pathways in the brain, and the brain's a little about maybe 80% water or something like that. But he says in the synaptic gaps, which is between the neurons, so it's like you got remember not kick the can. What's that? That you put 2 cans, okay, and you take one friend and he'd put 1 can to the ear, and then you take another can to the ear, and you had a string in between. Well, cans represent the neurons, okay, and the string represents the gap. Well, that's called a synaptic gap. Well, a long story short is that synaptic gap is full of fluids, okay? And really, it's slightly alkaline. And your body works best slightly alkaline. And when it is, it means it's kind of like you can keep the rust off the synaptic gaps. And we're finding out that the equivalent to the rust or the crust or whatever it is on that stuff, I don't know, I'm not a neuroscientist or a neurosurgeon, but you can actually reduce your risk for certain diseases and issues with the brain. Maybe Alzheimer's, I don't know. Look, here's what I know. Just hearing what I heard, I know this water can change my life. He works with not only neuroscientists, neurosurgeons, cardiologists, cancer doctors. He just says, Bill, the one thing that I know, a slightly alkaline body has less chance and less risk of disease, period. He says to be hydrated with the right kind of water is very critical. Something amazing. Just thought I'd share that with you. I don't know if it has value. That's cool as I learn things. I know one thing that I found out, that water boils in half the time. This water boils in half the time. Ionized alkaline water, it freezes in half the time. I actually did a little experiment. You can go take a chia pet. That's the easiest thing to do. And watch, if you do it with alkaline water, it's like miracle grow. It's some crazy stuff out there. So just play with the water, but drink it. Let it change your life. Anyhow, this is another day down at the beach. Got to go run again. But I hope that you'll maybe tune in next time. I'm going to go talk to a breast cancer doctor, oncologist, about the use and how she's using this water and protocols. You have a chance. You might want to tune in next week. That's going to be pretty amazing. Anyhow, Bill McCulley out.